Welcome back to Planet Groove, everyone. I'd like to welcome a special guest back to Planet Groove, but this time for a performance show, Chico DeBarge. I'm glad to have you back.
It's good to be back.
Now, I know a lot of your fans out there love the CD, but don't necessarily know what you've been up to, some of the experiences that you've had in the last couple of years. So why don't you just give a little background, fill them in on a little history.
Well, some know, some don't, that I was incarcerated for 5 years, 8 months, which time I used productively to learn instruments. And now I'm doing an album and have an album out called Long Time No See, and it's reflective of what I've been through. It's edgy, but it also has a lot of love songs to it, too.
How do you think that experience has affected your music in any way? Like maybe songs that you wrote in prison to songs that you've written like outside, or is there any difference with them?
I wouldn't really know. I would guess, if I had to put my finger on it, maybe it's because the influence it had upon it, I think it gave me a little more edge than I would have had.
For a lot of young people out there who have been through or going through similar situations, what advice do you have for them that may help them to get through their situations and their predicaments?
They're going through the same thing I went through. I would just say, just keep your head up. Don't let nobody feed you with defeat. Don't let nobody, give you no bull about what you can't do. Just stay focused. Find your focus and stay focused and fixate yourself on what you want to do and get that drive.
When you were in prison, did you know that when you came out, this is what you were going to do? That you were going to, get your album together and come out as, an artist again and be as successful as you have been?
I didn't know, but I definitely wanted to do that. I wanted to really somewhat do music no matter how it happened. If it was just in a club or whatever, I definitely wanted to do music. I wasn't sure on what level that I would be doing it, but I definitely wanted to do it.
The album has so many, it's like a theme of love, behind it, and love songs. How would you describe the album in just a phrase?
Well, it has a love topic, but it also deals with pain, disappointment, in love, relationships. Also, it deals with life and the troubles of life, so to speak.
Give me a couple of characteristics that you would put to yourself, Chico DeBarge. How would you describe yourself?
I would say I'm romantic, very appreciative of life. I have a deep appreciation for freedom and of life, and a real deep appreciation for music.
And a sense of humor.
Yeah.
You definitely have a sense of humor.
You got to.
You have to, truly. So are Chico the person and Chico the artist the same? Are they one and the same, or are they different?
I think so. At times, I think I haven't really been able to express myself totally musically, but I'll get that chance.
Right.
Yeah.
So what we see here is all you.
Right.
All right.
That's
okay,
right.
Well, we're going to come back and talk a little bit more about how you got signed in the first place.
All
Chico DeBarge on Planet Groove. Everyone, stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the planet where we're talking with Kedar's latest sensation, Chico DeBarge. So how did you actually hook up with Kedar Entertainment? How did that whole deal come together?
Oh, I hooked up with Kedar through a mutual friend, and he had employed me to work with Erykah Badu. At the time, she was working on her album. So me and Erykah started writing together for her album. Then the focus changed and the direction changed. He approached me about being an artist, and from there I started recording my album.
Is the writing still something that you're still very interested in, and especially for other people too?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I know you worked with your brother L on this album. Have you always looked up to him and been close to him and wanted to work with him in the future?
Yeah, I've always looked up to L. L is like my mentor, somewhat my master in music. has taught me and guided me somewhat since I've been out of, prison. He gave me a little direction, so I definitely look up to him.
Sure. Your siblings had, such a successful group in the 70s and the 80s and did so well. Was there any pressure on you coming out with your album to live up to the standards that they had, and or to be similar to them in your sound?
I don't think I had the pressure so much as people applied that pressure. A lot of people, I guess, really expected me to come out like that.
Right.
And I think, somewhat when they hear it, I think they still expect that.
Right, but times change and sound changes,
Right.
So it's an unrealistic expectation, really.
No doubt.
I hear a lot of, as I'm sure everyone does, a lot of Marvin Gaye in your album. What is it about him that intrigues you or has influenced your music?
Marvin Gaye, to me, as a man, stood for manhood. He could speak about his mistakes, his failures in music, his sexuality. He dealt with a whole lot of issues that men deal with every day, but really don't speak on it. He spoke on it and brought it into an art form. So I respect him as a man as well as his art.
Right. Trouble Man is really a beautiful song on your album. Why did you choose to remake that over all of other Marvin Gaye songs?
Trouble Man, I think, fit. It was it fit me.
Yeah.
I seen my share of trouble, of course, and it just fit. I could personalize that.
Right, it felt comfortable for you.
situation.
Yeah, that's important. Now, I know this is a question everyone wants to ask. It was written in Sister to Sister magazine that you're married, so everyone wants to know, are
Right.
you? What's the
No,
status
I'm not
of
married.
Chico DeBarge?
No, I'm not married.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I'm single right now.
Okay.
And I'm just basically doing my music, concentrating on that. I'll probably give the same answer everybody else is. My girlfriend is music.
All right. That's a good girlfriend to have. So what's in the future for you now?
In the future, more touring. I just done a remix to No Guarantee, and doing more touring. I'm going over to Europe, do some touring and stuff,
Right, okay.
and some producing too.
All right, well, we look forward to hearing more from you, especially on today's show.
Yeah.
Performances from Chico DeBarge coming up on Planet Groove. Stick around.
I'll be back again, 'cause I'm yours.